And Mrs. Sierra just screamed. Like, she came in one class in particular, and like we were telling Mr. Sierra about how loud she was, and he was like, "Oh, you're exaggerating." And then she walked in and went like, "Good morning," and his eyes just widened a little bit. He was like, "Let's see."
I remember like Tyler was like not paying attention, be like, "Die!" Tyler!
No, she didn't say Tyler because she couldn't pronounce Tyler.
Die!
And I was a Don. Not Adam, a Don with an N.
No way!
No way, Jones. That was
Eddie!
It's open. Let's see what we got.
Eddie!
Nice. Seems to surprisingly was cash. Bag it.
Let's just dig until we find bag loot. Megan!
He's
Don't forget about those safe deposit boxes, folks. There'll be good stuff in there.
Let's see, I'm trying to figure out who else. Look, their name was like so screwed up because it was Sierra.
Who else got their name butchered? She never once said my last name because she couldn't pronounce it.
Holiday!
No, she couldn't do the L right, like with Tyler. Sucks that I don't have any stories from this year because you know this homeschool and moving bull crap.
See if I have any stories from this year. Oh, okay. So one of my friends, it was his birthday in like September. Like it was like September 14th.
Mm-hmm.
And he had went to the office, and he got special permission from like the office to be able to jump into the lake, like right behind the school.
What kind of lake are we talking about? Is that
No, like a small like
water that collected in front of the school CCA?
no, like a pond, like a pond, like a small pond.
All right.
Like he got permission from the office, and like during class, the teacher let him jump into the lake. He showed up with swim trunks and everything. That was like in class we were doing a demonstration outside. He was like, "See you guys." He dived into the lake.
So, when I was in West Virginia, I kept having like these, like eye contact, like I don't know what you'd call them, like challenges with other people. Like, Dad and I went out to the mall one time, and we were like Gander Mountain or it was like Gander Mountain or something like that, and like I made eye contact with someone. And it looked exactly. Hang on. Mom's texting.
Dang it, Mom.
Edit this out. No. It looked exactly like what that thing that Dr. Ahad did to represent like a man-woman that he encountered that one time. You remember that?
Yeah.
I told that story. Like he couldn't even tell their gender at first.
I remember we were in Dr. Ahad's class. And we were talking about the guy that would come to inspect the class.
Oh yeah, that was like when Doctor had a horrible headache and like his eyes were bloodshot and cracked. And I had my horse mask in school.
And like Mary brought her duck to walk around the classroom.
And then he would talk about a mental illness where he hallucinated about seeing ducks. And then I would wear my horse mask when they came in there to inspect the school.
And, like,
and he would go, "Oh, that's Adam. Just act like everything's normal."
like we didn't even acknowledge the duck. Even if it like jumped
Yeah.
on top of death, we just like let it. Let's see what else.
Dude,
Oh,
you remember that freaking Mary actually had a lamb, and Dr. A had a field day with that one.
yeah. Okay, dude, were you there when Dr. A stole Alicia's phone? No, you weren't there. Okay, so
Is this
basically,
like before I got to the school?
yeah, it was
or-
in 7th grade.
Oh, okay.
This is in 7th grade, and he had a TA, Alicia. Like he's known her like since she was born,
Mm-hmm.
and that was like her last year at CCA. So we had a little bit of fun with her last year. So she had went to go like copy some papers for Dr. Aha,
That's a very Dr. A thing to do, steal someone's phone.
and like her phone went off, and like lo and behold, she didn't have a password on her phone, and it was her boyfriend. And then like Dr. Aha, like he stops class. He's like, okay, I need you guys. Okay, one of you lock the door. I'll go get her phone. We're gonna have some fun with this. And so like one person gets up to lock the door, and he gets the phone. He's like, oh, this is gonna be good. like she's just like, and the guy's just like, hey, when you hang out, he's just like, who are you? He's like, your boyfriend. Why don't you have my contact phone? He was like, go away, you pervert. And he literally ruins a relationship in the middle of class. And like, like, she gets back, she realized the door is locked. And he's still texting on the phone. And he's like saying things out loud to make it look like we're resuming class. But in reality, he's still texting on the phone. So, and like, he puts back the phone silently to where it was. And he like goes back to the podium and the door. He's like, sorry, we had to lock the door, school policy. She comes in. And then like, she goes to the, she goes to get her phone and it's like, and it says, we're through on the front of it. And they're like, she says, what? What did you do? And Dr. was like, oh, fine. And like she sees the conversation and he just like gives his face like, oh, I screwed up.
Talking on my freaking ginger ale.
And so like she goes out and like later in class we look out the window. We look out the window and he's like she's trying to mend this relationship. He's just like, oh, I'm a pastor, I'll deal with it later.
That's great.
I remember when I remember we had some free time in class, and Sam, I think it was Sam, I forget, either it was like Jack or Sam. Were you there that, like, no, was like someone, oh man, it was either Sam or someone else, like bet Dr. Ahal that they couldn't fit through the window? Like, he bet Dr. Ahal $5 that he couldn't, like, go outside and climb through the window and then sit back
No,
to
that
his
was
desk.
Sam. I remember that. I had a part in that.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
He was like, he was talking about it beforehand. This is like back when I barely knew Sam. I was like, huh? And he said, he's talking about it. I was like, dude, you have to do that. And that's what decided it, because I gave him like $3 for it.
Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. We had so many like fun times at Dr. Ah's class.
Do you have any like Mr. Oxford stories?
I remember one day we just talked about the food the whole class.
Yeah.
Like
we
the
also
quiz
talked
was
about-
like the test was next day. We just decided to talk about food the whole class.
Yeah.
And like he was talking about how to he was talking about how to correctly cook eggs Benedict.
Yeah, and he always talks about how like fake Starbucks coffee isn't crap. Okay, this is ridiculous. I haven't found any bag loot yet.
I found like 3.
Jeez. So this is basically a podcast at this point.
Look at all the cases I've opened.
Yeah.
We should stream this.
Oh yeah, let's try streaming. See what happens.
I'll
stream
upload
some
these
shit.
episodes on YouTube and then we'll start streaming.
Oh, I thought you meant you were gonna stream like right now. Yeah, I finally got one. Okay, let's get out of here.
Let me finish this wall.
Okay, I'll help you.
I can set up my TV and I can have a second monitor and I can like see like the
Keep
stream.
an eye on the stream.
I
Yeah.
can keep an eye on the stream and stuff like that. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna stream. People will find us.
Always link back to the channel. I'm gonna start moving stuff out to the car. Make this like make the lockpicking part like a bonus episode.
Okay,
Like,
we
you
can
know,
leave now.
6 minutes or however long it's supposed to.
We should always do a bonus episode, like at the end, like see us tell some more. Like, do you want to hear some more stories? And then we'll link it to like a different episode, to which like we still tell stories and we just do stuff, or people just want to see the gameplay and stuff like that. Can stay there. Or Dead Man's Extras. Yes, we'll call it that. Dead Man's Extras.
Well, don't do that, because, like, that implies that I'm in charge here.
No, it doesn't.
It does, well, I mean,
People
like...
will think you're in charge here because you're the funny one.
Oh, well.
I mean, no one's in charge. This is more of a collaboration.
It is a collaboration, but, you know...
Not, you know.
You know how things are.
Almost done with this wall. Like, I got like 4 more. Let me show you a quicker way to do this.
I don't have tactical ace, so I'm just running them out one at a time. I only own it.
Well, it only takes like 5 per point.
No, it takes 3 to ace, and I'm saving up for silent drilling.
How many do you have right now?
I have 3, I think. I'll get like 4 from hitting level 80 from this. I think.
We try opening 1 more. If I get gold, I get gold.
Hey, a fun fact for the kids at home. Say rise up lights, and that's razor blades with an Australian accent.
Why are you so stupid?
I'm not, well, for your information, I'm smarter than you.
You giving me sass?
Please don't bring back that memory. Get over here. Hey, during the biology midterm, like the highest grade anyone got,
Safe house vault is going to be a little crowded
like
tonight.
aside from me, was like an 80, and that was Tyler, who had missed an entire page.
But what are you talking about?
The biology midterm. Like, I got a 94, and the highest grade beneath that was like an 80, and that was because Tyler missed an entire page of the test. Like, the pages stuck together.
I got an 82 on that one.
Alright, Tyler got an 80, and he would have gotten more if... Yeah, that's where I was trying to get.